It's not just an ordinary video. It is actually the full PTE exam preparation course. Do you know one thing? This course was earlier a paid course and students used to pay 1000 rupees for this full course. But now I was thinking that I want to help a lot many learners out there, because earlier with the paid course only 7500 students have gotten benefited and they have already gotten the scores of 80 plus. Many of them have gotten the score of perfect 90. So I'm pretty sure this course is going to benefit you guys as well. You just need to go through this full course thoroughly and prepare notes simultaneously so that you need not to re-watch the same course again. Guys, I have put in a lot of efforts in creating this course, as well as my experience has also gone in creating this course. So I would like you all to watch this course properly and get benefited. Hello everyone, I'm Sonam Sandhu from PTE Made Easy, and those who do not know me, kindly go through our another YouTube channel as well, IELTS Made Easy. We have somewhere around 600 plus videos on our YouTube channels. So I'm pretty sure this course is going to help you a lot many out there. Just watch this course with 100% interest as well as discipline. Then only it will benefit you. So let's get started. Dear learners, as I have previously mentioned, this course is all about all the 4 modules of PTE exam, and after watching this full course, you can easily score 85 plus in your PTE exam. So watch the full course, do not miss even a single part in between. Now, here, first of all, we are going to focus on test timing. First of all, you get personal introduction, and that takes somewhere around 1 minute. Then they proceed on to speaking and writing part, and it takes around 54 to 67 minutes. After the speaking and writing part, we have reading module of 29 to 30 minutes. So the whole format, this is the latest one. Now the whole test is conducted in around 2 hours. Earlier, it used to take somewhere around 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that's why the break has been removed. Coming to the part 3, which is the listening module. And this is the module in which you have total of 8 tasks. And this module is going to take somewhere in between 30 and 43 minutes. So if you calculate the total, the whole test will be of around 2 hours only. So this is a good news, as you can easily accomplish all the tasks and it is not going to take a lot of your time. Now, we are going to focus on every single task of every module one by one. Let's start with the personal introduction. So first of all, before the personal introduction, we should look at the exam setup. So you can clearly see there are some cubicles made. So when you'll sit in the exam, you'll sit in one of the cubicles, and there you are going to get the headset with the mic. You need to take care of the thing. Do not keep the hand on your mic. As you can see in this image here, the student is keeping the hand onto his mic, which is the wrong approach. Rather, your mic should be like such. So take care of this. If you are not able to hear the conversation or maybe the sound clearly, you simply need to tell the invigilators that time only so that they can fix the problem or provide you with another headset. Proceeding further, what is the sequence of the PTE exam? The whole PTE exam commences with the personal introduction part, in which you are given 1 minute to introduce yourself. I'll also tell you what to say in the personal introduction just now. After the personal introduction, we have speaking and writing modules, followed by reading and listening modules. As far as the timings are concerned, I have already mentioned that in the previous slide. Now, important points that you need to consider. First of all, the test is of 2 hours. Then each recording is played only once. So if you're looking forward to hearing the same recording again, there is no option at all. That's why it's better you focus on the particular task at the particular time. Do not get distracted and simply focus on the thing, on the audio which is getting played. You may take notes using erasable booklet and pen. So here you are not going to get a paper or a pen, you will simply get an erasable booklet. You can simply write with the help of a marker. And now, usually you get one marker and one erasable booklet. But if you want more markers, you can simply ask them to provide you with one extra marker. As in between, the marker can stop working and it is going to affect your performance in the exam. So simply ask for the extra marker in the beginning. Now, speaking task types are not timed individually. So, if you're waiting for the task to get over, if you're waiting for one particular task, I won't suggest you that. These are the tasks in which you would not get to know whether what time is it going to take for a particular task. So, simply follow the sequence, follow the time getting displayed on the screen. Writing task types are timed individually. Here, for one of the tasks, you get 10 minutes each, and for the another task, you get 20 minutes each. So, here you will get a proper timer and you can simply follow the same. Simply refer to the timer at the upper right corner of the computer screen. So if you look here, you will get the timer somewhat here. So you simply need to refer to the timer here. Whatsoever time is remaining, perform or write as per that time. Here we have the scoring guide. And if you see the scoring guide, you can see the color marking. You can see that the tasks have been sorted as per the colors. So the red ones are the most important tasks. Then comes the green one, second most important, yellow, third most important, and the gray ones can be skipped. Now, first of all, the read aloud task of speaking module and repeat sentence task of speaking module. These two are the most important tasks. Why? Because these are the tasks in which you are not only going to get the scores in speaking but also in reading module. When we are talking about read aloud, you get 22 marks for speaking module and 22 marks for reading module, which totals to 44. For the repeat sentence as well, you get 32 marks for speaking and 20 marks for listening module. For those who do not know, PTE has so many tasks which have integrated scoring. So as in, you do not get the score only in one module, even if the task is related to speaking. So you are going to get the scores in reading as well, or in writing as well, or in listening. So you simply need to refer to the scoring guide if you want to clear your PTE exam in the very first attempt. Here, I would suggest you all to focus on the smart work rather than doing the hard. Okay. Now, we have describe image. Here, the scoring is only 22 marks in total. Still, it's important because it carries 22 marks. Then we have retell lecture, which also carries 22 marks. So, first of all, if we are talking about speaking module, I would suggest you to focus on these two tasks. Read aloud and repeat sentence. After these two tasks are done, I would suggest you to focus on describe image and retell lecture, as these two tasks score 22 each. Answer short question. This is the task which can actually be skipped because here you are not going to get a lot of scores. So you can simply practice somewhere around 50 questions like such in total, and that's more than enough. Because you're going to listen to the audio, you listen to the question and you simply need to answer it. So you have gotten to know what's important in the speaking section. Let's look at the writing section. In the writing section, you firstly get summarized written text and it gives you 10 marks each. So 10 in writing and 10 in reading module. That means you get total of 20 marks for this particular task, summarize written text. So writing essay is of 12 marks each. Actually, what happens here, you get 1 to 2 essays, but only one essay is marked. You do not know which one. So you have to perform both the essays effectively, proficiently, as you do not know which one will be marked or which one will be skipped. But here the total marks are 12. So this is about writing module. So in writing module, I would suggest you to simply focus on summarize written text more as compared to obviously writing essay. Proceeding to the third section, which is the reading section. What's there in the reading section? In the reading section, we have first of all reading and writing fill in the blanks. Here you get somewhere around 5 to 6 questions and you are going to get 22 marks for writing module and 22 in reading. So that means total of 44 marks, 22 in writing and 22 in reading. Afterwards, we have multiple choice question, multiple answers. 2 to 3 questions we get and reading, here we get the score 3. So this is actually the particular task which can be skipped. It is in grey color, it can be skipped. Whatsoever is in grey color can actually be skipped or can be neglected or overlooked. So simply what can be done? You can do only a few questions of all the tasks which have been sorted in grey color. As these tasks are not going to give you a lot of scores. So if you simply practice only 50 questions each, it's more than enough. So 50 questions each in total. Okay. Now we have reading fill in the blanks. We actually have reorder paragraphs as well here. And for the reorder paragraphs, we get 2 to 3 questions. Here the scoring is 6. So it can be overlooked. Now reading fill in the blanks, 4 to 5 questions in total, but here you get somewhere around 15 marks, so do not skip it. So that means here you should focus on fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks, and apart from this, also I would suggest you to go through reorder. I would also suggest you to go through reorder paragraphs. Now coming to the last question type of reading section, that is multiple choice question single answer. Here you get 2 to 3 questions. I would suggest you to practice only 20 questions in total for MCQ single answer and MCQ multiple answers. The scoring is only 1 here. So even if you skip the task of multiple choice question, single answer and multiple choice question, multiple answers, you will not only save a lot of your time, but also you are not going to score much here. So it's better it can be skipped. Okay. So we can skip it. Now coming to the listening module. Listening is the module in which we have total of 8 tasks. Actually, what happens, guys, we have total of 20 tasks. Now, for all the 20 tasks, we get particular scoring. Okay, there is a particular marking weightage. Listening section is the section in which we have the maximum number of tasks and the number is 8. For the speaking section, we just have 5 tasks. For the writing section, 2 tasks. For the reading section, again 5 tasks. Let's look at the first task here. Listening section. Summarize spoken text. As the name suggests, you are going to listen to an audio and after listening to the same, you simply need to summarize it. So this is what you need to do. Here you get 2 to 3 questions like such. and it is quite important as it is going to give you 12 marks in writing module and 13 marks in listening module, totals to 25. So do not skip this task in the listening module. Then we have multiple choice question, multiple answers, 2 to 3 questions, only 3 marks, can be skipped. So gray color can be skipped. Okay, or practice only 20 questions of every single multiple choice question. Be it reading MCQ, be it listening MCQ, practice only 20 questions each so that you do not get blank, and here you get negative marking as well. So please take care of this. That's why I'm asking you guys to skip as well. Okay. Now we have fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. We have total 2 to 3 questions. And here we get the score 7 in writing and 7 in listening. That totals to 14 marks. So this is also quite important. Now highlight correct summary. This is the task in which you get total of 2 to 3 questions and total of 3 marks. 2 in reading, 1 in listening. So it can also be skipped, or only a few questions of this particular task can be practiced once before the exam. MCQ single answer, it is totally same as MCQ multiple answer. So practice only 20 questions in total, and here you get only 1 mark for this. So I would suggest you to skip it. Then we have select missing words. So this is also something in which you're going to get 2 to 3 questions, but the scoring weightage is only of 1 mark. So can be skipped. Now last but not the least, actually highlight incorrect words and write from dictation. These two are quite important. So please do not even think of skipping these two question types. Focus on these two and attempt these questions thoroughly. Here we have highlight incorrect words and we get 2 to 3 questions like such. We get 9 marks for reading module and 8 marks for listening module. The total marking weightage is 17 here. So what can be done? You can simply focus on this task thoroughly, and I'm going to explain the strategy of every single task just after the completion of this scoring guide. So now the last task, which is write from dictation. It is very important. Do not even think of skipping it. Here you get total of 3 to 4 questions and the scoring is quite high. So 27 marks for writing module and 20 for listening module. Totals to 47. So this task cannot be even skipped. So please practice it properly so that you score full in this particular task. So total score is 90 for speaking, 90 for writing, 90 for reading, and 90 for speaking. So here you do not get any band score as in band 7, band 8, band 9 as you get in the IELTS exam. Here you get scores out of 90 as in 85, 86, 89 or maybe 90 or 70. So you get scores like such. For every single module, the total marking weightage is 90 marks. So please focus on this and try to attempt this particular task thoroughly. Now, as far as the time allotted for each and every task is concerned, we are going to look at this particular sheet. First of all, personal introduction. It takes just 1 minute. Personal introduction, just 1 minute. Then we have section 2, in which we focus on all the 5 tasks of speaking module. It takes somewhere around 30 to 35 minutes. Proceeding further, summarize written text. 20 minutes as we get 2 questions here. Then we have summarize written text or write an essay. That varies. At times we get one more summarize written text, then 10 marks. But if we get essay writing, then we get 20 marks. But here we get either of two. Either one summarize written text or one essay. Then writing an essay. It is going to be of 20 minutes. Now let us proceed on to reading module. Here we have total of 5 question types and it is going to be of around 32 to 41 minutes. Lastly, we have listening module, in which first of all we get summarized spoken text. If we get 2 questions, 20 minutes. If we get 3 questions, 30 minutes. Followed by 7 more task types of listening module. And for these 7 tasks, you are going to get somewhere around 23 to 28 minutes. So now you know what exactly is the timing or the time allotted for every single task and what is the scoring of the task. So we are going to focus on the strategies as per the importance of the particular task. We are going to prioritize practicing the tasks which are most important. First of all, let us proceed on to speaking and writing exam. As I have previously mentioned, here you are going to get personal introduction in the beginning. So only one time, one task, 1 minute, personal introduction. Then we have read aloud. Now, as the current timing is 2 hours for the PTE exam. So the number of questions has been reduced in few tasks. So read aloud now has 6 to 7 questions in total. Repeat sentence also has 10 to 12 questions in total. Describe image 3 to 4 questions. Retell lecture 1 to 2 questions. Answer short question 5 to 6 questions. Summarize written text 1 to 2 questions. Writing essay 1 to 2 questions. Question range 28 to 36. So now you get total of 28 to 36 questions, or in between 28 and 36 questions for the writing and speaking modules. It is going to take approximately 54 to 67 minutes in total. First of all, let's look at the personal introduction. I'm simply giving you the format. You can simply copy this format and you can speak it up there. Okay. My name is Sonam Sandhu and I'm an educator by profession who enjoys teaching a lot. I'm fond of watching movies, especially sitcom series on Netflix and other OTT platforms. As far as my interests are concerned, I prefer going outside with my loved ones to have delicious food or just for a stroll. So, I am an educator or I am a working person, I have explained this. If you are a student, you can simply mention something like such. My name's Shikha Sharma and I am a student who enjoys studying a lot. I am fond of watching movies. Rest everything can be said. So if you are a student, you can simply modify the first line. My name is Shikha Sharma and I am a student who enjoys studying mathematics the most. You can say something like such as. So simply modify the first line, rest everything is same. You have to speak up for 1 minute. So I would suggest you to record yourself, listen to your recording so that you get to know whether you are able to introduce yourself properly or not. Once we are done with the personal introduction, we are going to focus on the speaking. So the first task of speaking module is read aloud. What is the read aloud task? Read aloud is the task in which you get total of 6 to 7 questions. Here, you will get a text of 4 to 5 lines, somewhat a text like such. So, you simply need to go through the same. Now, you get only 35 seconds to practice the same. I would suggest you to focus on the content, pronunciation and fluency. Now, you'll go through the difficult words, you'll go through the pronunciation of certain words, or you'll simply try reading it once before you read it properly and finally for the exam or before the recorder starts. The development of easy to use, it is development, not development. The development of easy to use statistical software has changed the way statistics is being taught and learned. Students can make transformations of variables, create graphs of distributions of variables, and select among statistical analysis all at the click of a button. However, Even with these advancements, students sometimes still find statistics to be an arduous task. So, you simply need to speak naturally. You simply need to focus on the pronunciation. If you're going to speak at a very fast pace, you'll not be able to speak properly and you might speak something wrong in between. So, it's better you focus on speaking at moderate pace, focusing on every single word, pronouncing every single word properly. This is going to help you a lot in scoring. Once you have practiced in 35 seconds, the recorder is going to start. Now you have to speak clearly and naturally in 40 seconds timer. Try to finish the whole text in 40 seconds. So practice as many questions as possible. Actually, if you have only a week's time, then I suggest you to practice at least 20 questions daily so that you get used to the same task. Now, let's proceed to the second question type of PTE speaking module. That is repeat sentence. Here we have 10 to 12 questions in total. So actually we get 10 to 12 questions for this task. It's very important, as I have previously mentioned, it is going to give you a lot of scores. Here you simply need to listen to a sentence. Then memorize it. You do not get any extra time here. You simply get 3 seconds. I would suggest you to focus on the LMS method. Listen to a sentence, memorize it, speak into the microphone, in which you get somewhere around 15 seconds. Now, here you can also use my half and half method. What is the half and half method? Half and half method is the method in which you keep half the text in your mind and the remaining half onto the sheet, maybe the rough sheet or the board. So that's what you can do. You can simply do it on the rough sheet or you can do it on the computer. For example, the USA has gone through the major transformation in the last 2 decades, or the USA has gone through major transformations in the last 2 decades. So you simply have to speak like such. You'll get to see the recording here, autoplay, beginning in 2 seconds. So it will simply begin in 2 seconds. You have only 3 seconds to memorize it or prepare. So keep USA has gone through in your mind major transformations last 2 decades on the paper or on the booklet. You can skip the prepositions on the booklet, but when you write the actual sentence onto the computer, write everything properly. The USA has gone through major transformations in the last 2 decades, or the USA has gone through the major transformation in the last 2 decades. So, this is the way you need to attempt repeat sentence. Proceeding to the third question type of PTE speaking module. Describe image. It is actually an arduous task. Here you get total of 3 to 4 questions. You simply need to look at the image, prepare and understand in 25 seconds. Explain it at around 40 seconds. Now, when you look at the image, you need to understand the image. You need to decide what all you are going to write, and on the basis of that, you are going to prepare notes in form of flowchart. Now you need to speak it up in 40 seconds. You are not going to write anything here. You simply have to speak it up. Here I would suggest you guys to use the template. Okay. Simply use the template now. A template, where exactly is the template? For the template, you simply need to follow us on our YouTube channel. And if you're looking forward to joining our classes in order to get the scores in your PT exam, that too in the very first attempt, simply contact us on the number given below. When you're going to take our one-on-one classes, you are going to get benefited a lot. You'll get to know how exactly do you need to prepare for the particular task. How do you need to focus on only a few question types more, and you can skip a few questions. So every single thing will be taught to you elaborately in our personalized classes. We are going to focus only on your weaknesses in the one-on-one classes, unlike the group classes wherein you have to go through every single task one by one, even if you know how to perform that particular task properly, or even if you are scoring full marks in that particular task. So, describe image, as I have already mentioned, is an arduous task. Here you have total of 3 to 4 questions. You are going to look at the image. You get only 25 seconds to prepare and understand. And then you have to explain it in around 40 seconds. When you'll go through our templates for every single question type of describe image, you'll get to know how to answer a particular question elaborately. So don't worry about it. Now in this session, I am going to share one of the templates. You'll get to know how you can answer a particular task effectively using our templates. Let's look at the process chart. This is one of the question types of describe diagram. And in this question, I am going to help you in incorporating the template. Now, for the process chart, bar graph, line graph, as well as any random image or a map, we can easily incorporate templates. Let's look at the template for process and flow chart. So if you look here, you will get to know that there is a template given. The given process or flow chart, whichsoever it is, we are going to write that, or we are going to actually speak of that because it is describe diagram, describe image of speaking module. So the given process or flow chart gives the information about dash. It has multiple steps including dash. So multiple steps including what? Multiple steps including whichsoever. We can mention one of the stages or we can mention the total number of steps. You'll get to know everything with the help of the sample answer. In the first step or in the initial step or in the initial stage, we can see dash. In the second stage, it can be noticed that dash. In the following step, dash gets transformed into dash. Then dash developed into dash. In the last step, dash. Overall, this is a very complex process or flowchart, and every step is necessary to complete this process. Now, let us look at the question. So, I believe you all are able to see the image. It is basically a process chart in which production of paper is being done. You can see that there are various steps involved. The first step is taking out radiator pine thinnings, then debarking the drum. Then we are using the chipper to chip it. Afterwards, we are using refiner to refine it. We are adding some water. And then in the paper making machine, we are manufacturing the paper. Okay. So how will we use the template in this? Let's look at the template now. The given process chart gives the information about manufacturing paper from radiator pine thinning. So whatsoever has been written in the black color is the template, and you simply have to fill in the blank with the red color. Okay. So manufacturing paper from radiator pine thinning. The given process chart gives the information about manufacturing paper from the radiator pine thinning. It has 5 steps including debarking and chipping. So there are 2 steps in between. One is debarking, other is chipping. So it has 5 steps including debarking and chipping. That's what we are going to write. In the initial stage, we can see a debarking drum is used to get the bark off the wooden logs. So basically we have wooden logs, and what is happening in the initial stage, we can see a debarking drum is used to get the bark off or remove the bark from the wooden logs. In the second step, it can be noticed that a chipper is used to cut down the wooden logs into small chips. A chipper is used to cut down into small chips. In the following stage, water is used in the thermomechanical refiner to refine the usable material. So that's what we are doing. Water is used. You can clearly see it here as well, that water is used to in the thermomechanical refiner to refine the usable material. In the last step, the paper making machine is used to make paper. Overall, this is a very complex process chart and every step is necessary to complete this process effectively. The way we have incorporated this template in the process chart, we can do the same for the pie chart, bar graph, line graph, as well as random image. So we have all the templates available, and for the same you can simply contact us below or you can go through our YouTube channel for all the videos. Now, this is the way we are going to incorporate any template, and with the help of this template you can easily prepare any describe image question in just 25 seconds, because here you get only 25 seconds, and in 25 seconds you need not to only understand the question but also you have to plan the answer, you have to prepare the answer. So please focus on incorporating the template, it is going to help you guys a lot. Let us proceed to the fourth question type of PTE speaking module, and that is retell lecture. Here we have 1 to 2 questions in total. You simply need to look at the image first and then listen to a lecture of around 60 to 90 seconds. So when you look at the image, you will get to know what exactly is there in the image and you will try to understand what is going to be there in the audio. Now, once you have looked at the image and listened to the lecture of 60 to 90 seconds, what exactly you need to do? During the time audio is getting played, please prepare notes simultaneously so that you know what has been mentioned in the same. Now you get 10 seconds to prepare. So I would suggest you to prepare notes in form of flowchart. Simply, whatever you have written, write it in form of flowchart. Whatever information you have written, you can write it in form of a flowchart. As in, we can see USA here, we can see whatever you are able to see, you are going to mention it here with the help of flowchart. Now, just after the audio has been played, you will get only 10 seconds to prepare. Only 10 seconds. So trust me guys, you have to prepare during the time audio is getting played. So in these 10 seconds, you can just sort everything. So that's what you need to do. You are going to prepare notes simultaneously and later on in the 10 seconds, you can only figure out what you have to speak first and what you have to speak at the end. Now you have to explain everything in 40 seconds. And for the same also, I would recommend you to use the template. And for the same, you can simply follow us on our YouTube channel. You can simply go through our videos. But a sample template is something which I am going to share right now in this session as well. So let's look at the template for retell lecture. Here, as I have previously mentioned, 90 seconds for audio, 10 seconds to prepare, and 40 seconds to speak. Okay. So, here you can start like such. The primary focus of the lecture is on this. The first crucial aspect revealed in the discourse is this. Moreover, the speaker gives the information about this. Also, she explained this. You can skip this line. Additionally, he also mentioned that depends on the amount of knowledge you are getting from the particular question, from the particular image. So you can skip it or you can use it. That totally depends on you. Last but not least, he highlighted the information about he or she. So if the speaker is a male, you'll use he. If female, you'll use she. Okay. He highlighted the information about dash. Finally, the speech is highly informative. So this is the way you are going to incorporate the template in retell lecture. Start doing the same because the main target is to score 85 plus in the PTE exam. So you need to follow every single strategy properly. Okay. Now let's look at the fifth and the last question type of PTE speaking, and it is short question answers. Here you get total of 5 to 6 questions. This particular task can actually be skipped. That's why I've suggested you all to practice only 50 questions like such so that you do not skip even a single question. So if you're going to do 50 questions in total, you would know what's there in the short question answers and you would be able to answer it easily. So try doing it. Total of 5 to 6 questions. Simply listen to the question. Look at the image. If there's any, simply look at the image. There is no time to prepare. You simply have to listen to the question, understand it properly, and then answer it in one or few words as per the demand of the question. So, as soon as the recorder starts, simply answer it in one or few words. So, this is what you need to do. It is not going to give you a lot of scores. So, definitely it can be skipped, but as our target is 85 plus, I would suggest you to practice total of 50 questions for short question answers so that you know what exactly is there, so that you'll be able to perform it or attempt it. Okay. Now, after the speaking part, we have the writing part. And in the writing part, the first question type is summarize written text. What exactly do we get here? In the summarize written text, we need to focus on one thing which is the most important thing, and that is never use template. This is actually one such task in which I would advise you to strictly not use template, because here if you're going to use template, you'll not be able to score well, and you'll get to know why. So you'll get a question like such, you'll get 10 minutes to finish this task. You'll get 1 to 2 questions like such. You'll get a passage of somewhere around 2 to 3 paragraphs, or maybe just 2 paragraphs. First thing and the foremost important thing is to go through the paragraph and understand it. If there are 3 paragraphs, write down the crux of each paragraph so that you know what has been mentioned, and then try to compile it. So 1 to 2 questions, that means 10 minutes each. If 2 questions, 20 minutes in total. Now read and understand the passage thoroughly. What are you going to do? You will simply read and understand the passage thoroughly. So focus on comprehending it. Okay, that's important here. Write down the summary in a single sentence. What do you need to do? You can simply write down the summary in a single sentence. 30 to 45 words are enough. Okay. Now, here, what do they say? They simply say you can write in between 5 to 75 words. Okay. But what happens here? You have to write in a single sentence, and that is the prerequisite. That is the most important thing here, that you have to write down the summary only in a single sentence. So, if you want to do that, if you have to write down the summary in a single sentence, for that, you cannot write down 75 words. So that's why I'm clearly mentioning 30 to 45 words, or in between 30 and 45 words are simply enough. I'll tell you how you can frame it. I'll give you a sample answer. On the basis of that, you'll get to know how you can easily write any answer in simply 35 to 40 words. Okay. Now find crux of each paragraph and combine it using connectors. Okay. So you'll get, let's say you have 3 paragraphs, write the crux of each paragraph. After writing the crux of each paragraph, you are going to combine the crux using the connectors like that, who, which, although, as well as. These connectors are going to help you in writing, and that too like 35 to 40 words only in a single sentence. Okay. Focus on grammar and punctuation marks here if you want to score well. Please do so. Now I'll show you the template for the same so that you get to know how you need to use it. So let's look at this question. So we have this question here, and in the question we have total of 2 paragraphs. So in these 2 paragraphs, what can be done? We can simply focus on 2 to 3 sentences which are giving us the crux. So in the first sentence, scientists have also learned why chilies evolved to be spicy in the first place. This sentence is giving us the main idea. So we have simply highlighted it. So you can go through the same and you can try doing it simultaneously, or you can simply pause the video and try doing the same question. Now, the hottest part of the chili is not the seeds. Here also we have the sentence, most scientists believe capsaicin acts mainly as a deterrent against this. So basically this sentence is also the sentence which is giving us the main idea. And then the last sentence, evolved to help chilies deal with harmful microbes as well as hungry mammals. Okay. Now, how will we write it? We have already highlighted 3 points. On the basis of 3 points, we are going to use some connectors and we are going to form a single sentence out of these three. Scientists are trying to comprehend why chilies evolved to be so hot when eaten. So basically, you need to simply use the strategy of paraphrasing or the strategy of using synonyms. Simply use synonyms or paraphrase it. It will help you a lot in writing effectively. Okay. So scientists are trying to comprehend why chilies evolved to be so hot when eaten. And although many scientists still believe the hotness is to deter mammals from eating the plants, recent research suggests it also developed as a defense against harmful microbes. So, recent research has suggested that it also developed as a defense against harmful microbes. So this is what we need to do. We are going to write like this only. The total number of words here will be somewhere around like 44 because we are going to remove point 1, point 2. So somewhere around 40 words. Okay. So it is possible to write one single sentence in 40 words. Try using the same method. Look at the connectors I have used. Look at the way I have used synonyms trying to comprehend. Okay, here it was written, scientists have also learned. Here I have paraphrased it. Scientists are trying to comprehend. Then I used and although it happened. Then I used and although and explained the whole point. So I would suggest you to do the same. It will help you guys a lot in this particular question type. Okay, dear learners, let us understand PTE essay. Okay, so basically we have three types of essays. First one is one-sided essay, in which the examiner is going to ask your opinion, or maybe do you agree or disagree. If you get any question like such, that is one-sided essay. Then we have both-sided essay, in which you can get discussion essay, in which you have to discuss two sides. Discuss first side and discuss the second side. So the first view in the first body paragraph and the second view in the second body paragraph. Then we have advantages, disadvantages essay. Advantages, disadvantages. In this also, we are going to mention advantages in body paragraph 1 and disadvantages in body paragraph 2. Then, to what extent? What does to what extent mean? To what extent, as in, if you are agreeing, or what is basically your opinion on a particular question, okay, or on a particular statement. Do you agree 100% or do you agree partially? So that you have to mention. If it's to what extent, I would suggest you to use this 70-30 approach. So you can agree, support a particular statement to 70% and disagree on the other end. Okay? How to start PTE essay writing? So basically, this is the task which is going to give you somewhere around in between 12 and 15 marks. Okay, so you should read the question twice, translate the question into your mother tongue. It's very important. You should translate the question into your mother tongue. Then circle the important keywords, noun, proper noun, time period, or some verb, so that you get to know what exactly is there in the question. Write down the synonyms of the important keywords. Decide which question type is it out of these three, one-sided, both-sided, problem solution, or you can simply write opinion, discussion, advantages, disadvantages. Then make a table of body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2 and decide what you have to write or what you're going to write in body paragraph 1 and which idea you are going to incorporate in body paragraph 2. Simply scribble ideas. I would suggest you to use this bifurcation technique. Plan the essay in 3 minutes, then write and proof check it in 17 minutes. Simply do this because here we have only 20 minutes. Okay. Structure, do not exceed 250 words. Even if they are saying in between 200 and 300 words, I would suggest you to not exceed 250 words. Write the introduction 40 to 50 words. Then body paragraph 1, 75 to 80 words. Body paragraph 2 again 75 to 80 words. And if 3 paragraphs are there, 50 words each. Conclusion 30 to 40 words. Now we have various templates here. So let us look at the first one. Okay. So here we have the template for the introduction part as well. How can we write introduction? So I'll simply explain you one such thing for the opinion essay, and you will get to know you'll get an idea about how to incorporate template, and you can simply join our one-on-one classes for the detailed course, or if you are facing problem in one of the modules of PTE exam, be it speaking, writing, or maybe in a particular task. So for that you can join us. And if you are facing problem in incorporating template, or maybe in the major question types of PTE exam, then also you can simply take our help. So now we have the templates for introduction, for conclusion, we have the templates for everything, okay? But here we simply will look at the opinion essay template. And this particular template cannot be only used in opinion, but also into what extent mixed essay, advantages, disadvantages, and problem solution essay. So we can simply write the introduction like such. Whatever the question is, on the basis of that, we can simply write the introduction. It has long been the subject of discussion that. So whatever is written, we are going to now paraphrase it. Okay. We'll simply paraphrase it. Okay. Certainly, in my opinion, a majority of individuals will take it as an advantageous trend. This essay will also discuss the negatives. Okay. So this is the introduction of the mixed essay. And if you want the introduction of the opinion essay, that's also there in the videos of ours. Now, body paragraph 1, how we are going to write, I'll simply explain one body paragraph structure, and on the basis of this, you will understand how to incorporate the template. Whatever has been written with the black pen or the black ink is the template. Red one is paraphrase and blue is the reason. So let's look here. The underlying benefit, problem, reason, whatever the question is. So basically, let's say we have opinion essay. So the underlying reason attributed to this trend of increased life expectancy. What is it? Paraphrase. Is the quality of time they can spend with their loved ones. So we have already mentioned who they are in the introduction itself. So simply here we have used the pronoun. So is the quality of time, or is the quality time they can spend with their loved ones or with their closed ones. Now we are going to explain this. Okay. So this is the first reason, the quality time they can spend with their closed one. This is the first reason. Now we'll explain the first reason. Elaborating further, if a person lives for 5 more years post his retirement age, he or she will not only enjoy his life freely, but also take no stress related to job. Okay, but also take no stress related to job. So we have explained it using the structure. So this black one is clearly the structure. You simply have to write the reasons. Reason 1, reason 2. Now, example. To further bolster my opinion, a survey conducted on 100 senior citizens revealed that because of increased lifespan, they were able to go on vacations and spend extra time with their friends as per their leisure. So, what is happening? We are explaining the point in detail with the help of an example. So, a survey was conducted on 100 senior citizens. You can simply write this line like such. To further bolster my opinion until 100. Okay. Senior citizens revealed that because of increased lifespan, they were able to go on vacations and spend extra time with their friends as per their leisure. Now, concluding it with the help of a complex sentence, this trend as a result has eased the life of senior citizens. So we can simply write body paragraph 1 like such, and body paragraph 2 will also be written like such. In the first sentence, simple sentence, and we are going to explain the reason, benefit, problem, whatever is it. Then we have the second sentence, and here we have reason 1 and reason 2. So we are going to simply explain the point. Okay. Then in the third one, we are going to incorporate an example. And in the fourth one, we'll simply conclude whatever we have written in this paragraph. So this trend as a result has eased the life of senior citizens. Similarly, we have body paragraph 2, in which we are going to use interrogative sentence in the beginning, then simple sentence, first point, whatever it is, then second point and concluding it, whatever it is. Then we will use example. It has been proven several times that the unemployment amongst youngsters has been inclining by 10% annually since this. So you can use an example like such only. It has been proven several times that, but it should be related to the idea. Last, hence, unemployed youth is one of the major drawbacks, reasons, solutions behind this. So here we have simply conclude. Okay, so we have simply concluded. That's what you need to do. And at the end, we'll write the conclusion. As per the discussion above, it is apparent that a majority of people take increased lifespan as a blessing or curse, whatever the opinion is, as a blessing for the society. At last, in my belief, it would be wise to say that the high cost of healthcare is the demerit associated with this. So, what are we doing? We are simply paraphrasing everything, whatever we have written in the introduction. So, what do we do in the conclusion? We simply paraphrase it. So, in this manner, you can easily incorporate any template. Okay, so that's what I'm going to provide you. You'll get the template as well, and on the basis of the template, you can easily write an essay effectively in just 20 minutes. So, last but not the least, if we look at the introduction of the opinion essay, so we can write this. It has long been the subject of discussion that a plethora of individuals are migrating abroad for the last 20-30 years. Here the question is this: a lot of people have been moving to developed nation for the last few decades, whereas some feel like staying in their own nation. So we can simply mention this. It has long been the subject of discussion that a plethora of individuals are migrating abroad for the last 20-30 years. So what have we done? Black color template, red color paraphrase, whatever we have written here, we have simply paraphrased it, and the blue color one is the reason. In my opinion, this is certainly harmful or beneficial, whatever your opinion is, for the youth, and the same deserves attention. Okay, so we have used this template, same deserves attention. This essay will explain why using relevant, yeah, pertinent arguments. This is also template. So simply write like this, simply write an essay like this. Otherwise, without using the template, you will not be able to finish your essay in 20 minutes. And as I have previously mentioned, you get one or two essays like such, and you do not know which one will be marked or which one will be skipped. So you have to perform both the essays properly. You cannot leave any stone unturned when it comes to writing an essay effectively. So follow us for more templates like such, and if you need any other information related to our one-on-one classes, you can simply contact us below. Let's look at the reading module. Now, the PTE reading module has total of 5 tasks, including PTE reading and writing fill in the blanks, multiple choice multiple answers, reorder paragraphs, fill in the blanks for reading module, and multiple choice single answer. I would suggest you to focus mainly on fill in the blanks, reading and writing, most important amongst all, and then you should focus on fill in the blanks reading module. If your target is 85 plus, I would suggest you to focus on multiple choice questions as well, be it multiple answers or single answer. But if your target is just 75 plus, you can easily skip multiple choice questions, be it multiple or single answer. Now coming to reorder paragraph. This is actually one of the interesting question types, and I'll tell you how do you need to do this. Now looking at the new test format. Fill in the blanks, reading and writing has total of 5 to 6 questions. Then multiple choice, multiple answers, 1 to 2 questions. Reorder paragraph, 2 to 3 questions. Fill in the blanks, 4 to 5 questions. Multiple choice, single answer, 1 to 2 questions. So basically, you have to focus the most on fill in the blanks reading and writing, and then on fill in the blanks reading. That's what. Now the whole test of reading module is going to take somewhere in between 29 and 30 minutes. And the total number of questions is in between 13 and 18. So here we have the scoring guide. And when you look at the reading section, you'll get to know that reading and writing fill in the blanks are the most important ones. As for this particular question type, you are going to get 22 marks for writing and 22 marks in reading module, which totals to 44 marks. Most important question type in reading module. Then fill in the blanks. Reading module. Here you are going to get 15 marks in reading. It is also important. Reorder paragraphs, only 6 marks, and multiple choice questions, including multiple and single answer, only 4 marks. That's why I was asking you, these two question types can be skipped or only a few questions can be practiced before the exam. Now let us look at the first question type, which is PTE Reading and Writing drop-down blanks. So what are drop-down blanks? As the name suggests, here you are going to get questions like such. But instead of writing 4 options like such, they are going to write in a drop-down manner, and from there you will have to select one. So simply popular, pretense, posture, bounce. These 4 will be written like such, and you are going to select one of these 4. So basically you have to do this question type like such only. Now I'll tell you how do you need to attempt this. Now this is one question only. You are going to get 5 to 6 questions like such. Go through the text once to get an idea. When you get the question paper, basically when the screen is in front of you, go through the question once, go through the text once, you'll get an idea what the text is about, what they're going to ask you, and even you'll be able to judge what exactly can be there in the first, second, third, or fourth one. Now, read the first sentence and guess the word form. So basically, we are going to read the first sentence and we'll guess which particular word form fits best. Next, check which option suits best, keeping coherence in mind. Now, out of these 4, we are going to check which option is going to suit the most or suit best in order to know the exact meaning. And we need to take care of coherence as well. We should see whether the meaning is correct or not, whether it is making logic or not, whether it's logical or not. So that's what we need to look for. And once all this is done, proceed on to the next question. But let us do the first one together. While it's no wonder that dogs are dash as man's best friends. Little is known about the origins of this friendship. So they're clearly saying it's no wonder that dogs are popular, pretense, posture, or pounce. First of all, we need to guess the word form. Here, dogs are dash. So some adjective is going to come. What are dogs? They are going to tell you something about dogs, be it a good quality or bad quality. So we are going to fill this particular blank with an adjective. Now we'll see which particular adjective do we have here. We have popular, we have pretense, we have, okay, these two we have. Then posture is a noun, pounce, okay, that is kind of a verb. So here we'll get either of two. So the correct answer is popular, keeping coherence in mind, because if we write popular or if we select popular, then only we'll get to know that the meaning is totally accurate. While it's no wonder that dogs are popular as man's best friends. Little is known about the origins of this friendship. It is presumed that dogs were one of the first animals to be dash by humans. So it is presumed that dogs were one of the first animals to be dash by humans. To be what by humans? Clearly, try to understand. Presume that dogs were one of the first animals to be dashed by humans. So some verb is going to come here. To be debtors? No. To be donated by humans? To be delegate? No. It's to be. So clearly we'll get verb third form. So third form is domesticated and donated. So but donated cannot be the answer. Were the first animals were one of the first animals to be donated by humans? Wrong. To be domesticated by humans. So the correct answer here is domesticated. So the way I have done, in a similar manner, you are going to attempt this question type and you will simply focus on the word form and coherence. Keeping in mind the coherence part, you can easily attempt all the questions of this particular task and that too, the answers will be totally correct. Let's proceed on to the next question. So next we have PTE reading multiple answers, multiple choice questions, multiple answers. Here you will get a passage. You need to go through the passage, but don't go through the passage before even looking at the question. You'll simply read the question. The question here is, which of the following does the passage tell us about decision making? So clearly the question is multiple answers. And here also they have mentioned which of the following does the passage tell us about decision making? So we need to see what have they talked about decision making in the passage. And on the basis of that, we are going to decide which particular option fits best. Here, you will get total of 1 to 2 questions only. Read the question along with the options and highlight the keyword. So basically, you are going to read, you have read it, and we know that decision making is the keyword. The brain is designed to enable quick decision making. The brain is designed to enable quick decision making. Okay. Designed to enable quick decision making. Quick decision making can be improved. So, improved. Quick decision making routinely leads to error. So, leads to error. To make correct decisions, we require all relevant information. Require all relevant information, correct decisions. Thinking things through thoroughly will lead to greater success. So, thinking thoroughly lead to greater success. So now we have read all the options. We have gone through the question as well. That's what we need to do in the beginning. Now we'll simply locate the keywords in the passage. Now on the basis of this, you simply need to find decision making. But throughout the passage, they are going to talk about decisions. So wherever you get the exact keyword, decision making, there exactly you are going to start reading. Once you are able to find the decision making keyword, you are going to read it thoroughly. You need to understand every single thing, and on the basis of that you are going to eliminate the odd ones. Simply eliminate the odd ones out and you're going to get the correct answer. That's what we have to do in multiple choice questions, be it single answer or multiple answer. Now simply recheck it and proceed on to the next question. 1 or 2 questions in total. Now we have reorder paragraphs. You must be thinking, what is this question like? So first of all, reorder paragraphs has total of 2 to 3 questions. Now, firstly, you have to skim read all of the sentences. You have total of 4 sentences and you are going to simply drag and drop, or drag and arrange. Arrange it in a manner that the first sentence is the introductory sentence of any paragraph. Then the second one is elaborating it. Third one is exemplifying it. and in the fourth sentence you are simply concluding it. So look at it carefully and you'll get to know how to do it. First of all, look at the sentence introducing something. Now here we have total of 4 sentences. The introductory sentence is here only somewhere. So let's see which sentence can be. But this new study, but, but comes when they have talked about something positive, but now they are contradicting it. So it cannot be the first sentence. Also it is believed. Also it's believed. Again, it cannot be the first sentence because they are saying also it's believed. As in something else has already been believed earlier. They are giving an additional information, additional connector. So that's why we'll simply take it as the second or third sentence. It works like this, the warm waters works like this. Maybe something concluding, okay, it is going to happen like this only. And the first sentence will be, for decades, we have believed that the Gulf Stream and Amok were like a giant hot water bottle. So these two were like giant hot water bottle, keeping Europe and the eastern US warm in the winter. So basically, what is it doing? It is keeping Europe and eastern US warm in the winter. Okay, so that's what it is doing. Now, if we look at the first sentence, the introductory sentence, so this is the introductory sentence for sure. Why? Because here they are introducing something. For decades, we have believed that the Gulf Stream and Amok were like a giant hot water bottle. So they are introducing something. They are telling us about the topic. They are introducing the topic. That's why it will be the first one. Then we are going to proceed further. They are talking about, also it is believed that the impact was as much as 5 degrees. Okay, so here they are telling us about the second sentence. We need to find the introductory sentence. After the introductory part, we are going to focus at the sentence which is explaining further, later on the concluding one. Okay, so now the second statement will definitely be this one, because here also in the first sentence they have discussed, for decades we have believed that the Gulf Stream and Amok were like giant hot water bottle. Okay, so clearly they are saying for decades we have gotten to know first one. Second one is, also it is believed that, because they were saying we believe in this thing, we have believed that, now it is also believed. So second sentence elaborating it further. Now talking about the third one, now they have already discussed what they believed, they are contradicting it. Third sentence, but this new study indicates that amok plays a far important role as a massive global heat distribution system. So contradicting it. And the last one will definitely be this. It works like this. The warm waters from tropical regions are carried up to the North Atlantic where the current sinks them deep into the ocean. So basically they are concluding it. They are giving you the summary of whatever they have mentioned in the first 3 sentences. That's why it is going to be the fourth answer. So basically we are going to drag and arrange these in such a manner that the first sentence comes on the top, followed by second, third, and the concluding sentence at the end. I know it is going to take some time of yours, but you will simply get 2 to 3 questions. So I'll recommend you to practice somewhere around 5 questions of a day of this particular task, and that's more than enough. Only 5 also would do. Okay. Now find the second and third sentence which I have already told. Usually the sentences with however, in addition, but, already got the third sentence with but. Okay, and description of the introductory topic. So here they are describing the introductory topic as well. Find the concluding sentence which we found here. It works like this. Drag and drop to form sequence, or drag and arrange to simply form sequence. That's what we have to do. Now looking at the fourth question. PTE Reading Fill in the Blanks. Total of 15 marks for this. 4 to 5 questions in total. As in, this is one question. You are going to get around 4 to 5 questions like such in total. Here, let's say you have 4 blanks. For 4 blanks, you're going to get either 5 or 6 options. And you have to see which one suits best. So again, go through the text once to get an idea. Read the first sentence and guess the word form. Check which option suits best, keeping coherence in mind, and proceed on to the next one. So, considering their lingering reputation as man killers, it's hardly surprising that hackles are raised anytime someone brings up the idea of dash wolves. So, wolves, they are talking about wolves here. So, what will happen? This is a noun. We need some adjective. Propensity, reintroducing, reacquainting, accuse, activist, cite. What exactly will come? That's something we have to decide. Bring up the idea of dash wolves. So, idea of what? Reacquainting wolves. We can say that. Okay. So, we simply need to decide which option is going to suit best. The way we did PTE reading and writing fill in the blanks, we have to do this question type as well. Like, debate on this topic has been raging for years. Dash would like to see the highland environment. Dash would like to see. Who would like to see? Activists or proponents. Basically, here we can talk about proponents. Proponents would like to see the highland environment return to its natural state. We simply need to focus on the coherence and the word form, and on the basis of that, we'll definitely get the correct answers. Now, once the first question is done, proceed on to the next question. Talking about the last part of PTE reading module, multiple choice questions, single answer. Here you get total of 2 to 3 questions. You need to read the question along with the options and highlight the keywords. Here only one answer is there. What is the main idea of the passage? If you get any question like such, main idea of the passage, focus on the first paragraph and the last more. You will get the introductory and the concluding part, and on the basis of that you can easily find out the main idea. But choose only one answer here. Read the question along with the options. Locate the keywords in the passage. Check which option suits best. Recheck and proceed on to the next question. Now, this question is also not that important, or I would say certainly the least important. So, I would suggest you to skip it if you are aiming for only 75. Proceeding to the last module of PT test, as well as the last part of the test too. So PT test is sequenced in a manner like such that we have writing and speaking modules in the beginning, followed by reading and listening modules. Listening module is the lengthiest amongst all, and here you get total of 8 question types. Summarize spoken text, multiple choice, multiple answers, fill in the blanks, highlight correct summary, multiple choice single answer, select missing word, highlight incorrect word, and write from dictation. Now, if we look at the scoring guide, on the basis of that, you'll get to know which questions are the most important and which ones are least. Let's look at the scoring guide now. So here we have the scoring guide, and summarize spoken text is quite important. Here you will not only get the scores in writing, but also in listening, because you're going to write something here after listening to it. So you're going to get 25 marks in total, and this is the most important task amongst all in listening module. So do not skip it. And if you need the template for the same, I'll surely share the template. Actually, I have already shared the template on the YouTube channel. Just go through that once. And if you face any problem, you can simply contact us on the number given below. for the online classes of ours. This is a version, a free version of what we are going to train you on. This is the free course which we are providing to every single learner out there, and we want you all to get benefited, and that too at zero fee. You'll get an idea the way we are going to practice everything one by one in our classes. Now we have multiple choice question, multiple answers, only 3 marks in total, 2 to 3 questions. Fill in the blanks, 7 marks for listening module and 7 for writing, as in total of 14. So do not skip fill in the blanks of listening module as well. Apart from this, particular question, highlight incorrect words is also important. Here you are going to get 17 marks, 8 in listening and 9 in reading module. And last but not least, it is the most important one in listening module. It is write from dictation. You need to master this. Here you will get only 3 to 4 questions, but the scoring is quite high. You'll get 27 marks in writing module for the same and 20 marks in listening module for the same, which totals to 47 marks. So that means even if you do write from dictation, highlight incorrect words, as well as fill in the blanks and summarize spoken text, you can easily score 75 plus. So that's what you need to do. Do it thoroughly. You are going to score well in your listening module as well. Let's look at every single question type one by one now. So the first task here is PTE listening summarize spoken text. Here we have 1 to 2 questions in total, and you will get a timer. Audio is going to start in 12 seconds. A lecture of 90 seconds will play. You need to listen to the lecture carefully and prepare notes simultaneously. Whatever important information you're going to hear, you simply note it down. This noting down or preparing notes will help you a lot in writing down the summary. Okay, so prepare notes simultaneously. After preparing notes, simply write down the summary of 50 to 70 words in 7 to 8 minutes and proof check the same in 2 minutes. So you get total of 10 minutes. I would suggest you to spend 7 to 8 minutes on writing the summary and proof check it in 2 minutes. Preparing notes is the most important part of this task, so do not skip it. 10 minutes in total, 12 seconds in the beginning. Just keep the erasable sheet as well as the marker handy. Just be ready with the notes so that you can easily write down the summary in the given time period. And for this, you are going to get somewhere around 1 or 2 questions. Now proceeding on to the next question. Multiple choice question, multiple answers. Can definitely be skipped if you are aiming for 75 plus, but if it's 85 plus, attempt it. 1 to 2 questions in total. Do not spend a lot of time here and simply proceed on to the questions which are going to give you more scores. That matters a lot in PTE exam. Okay. Here, what will happen? You will get 1 to 2 questions. You are going to go through the question as well as the options. And now you're going to listen to the audio. On the basis of the audio, you're going to decide which is the correct answer or which are the correct answers, because it is multiple answers. Read the question along with the options and highlight the keywords. Simply go through the question, highlight the keywords, purpose of talk, suggest ways to make indoor lighting economical. Illustrate how an everyday object could inspire new technology. Everyday object inspire new technology. Persuade listeners to participate in a scientific study. Participate in scientific study. Describe an artistic exhibition. Encourage listeners to think creatively about. So basically what is happening? Here we have gotten total of 5 options. Okay, so last one is encourage listeners to think creatively about mundane items. So we have got all the options. We simply need to listen for the specific information. What is the purpose of this talk, and whatever important we are going to listen, will simply write it down. Okay, and now what the best part or the best strategy to deal with a question like such is to eliminate the odd ones while listening to the audio. Rather than writing something, you can simply eliminate the odd ones out, and then you can decide which are the relevant options here. Now, once this is done, simply recheck and proceed on to the next question, but do not devote more time on this particular question, as you are not going to get time at the end for the important questions as well. So the questions which are going to give you less scores can be skipped or can be neglected. Okay. Coming to the next part, PT listening fill in the blanks. Total of 2 to 3 questions like such. Similar to IELTS listening fill in the blanks only. You are going to listen to the audio. Okay. Simply guess the word form. Go through the text once to get an idea. Okay, you have gone through the text. For example, one seminal difference in policy remains: the dash has not matched, as in some noun will come here, and that to proper noun because it has the dash has not matched. So we are going to listen for specific information only. What has not matched? Okay, so the dash has not matched. Guess the word form. We have already guessed. Focus on the words before and after the blank. ठीक है, the makes it proper noun. Has not matched, so something has not matched, that we are going to write. Focus on the words before and after the blanks. Already told you. Listen for specific keywords and write the answers. Check the spellings once recording is over. At the end, what do you need to do? You simply need to check the spellings, so that if there's any spelling mistake, you are not going to get the score for that, or your scores will get deducted. That's why I'm asking you to, or I'm suggesting you to go through the spellings as well at the end of each task. Proceeding on to the fourth question type, PT listening highlight correct summary. Here also you're going to get 1 to 2 questions in total. Skim read all the options in 10 seconds before the audio starts. So you're going to get 10 seconds before the audio starts. So you simply need to highlight the correct option. So basically you are going to get somewhere around 3 to 4 options. Go through the options and try to understand what the option is telling you, or highlight something or write some important keyword that will help you in identifying the correct summary. Skim read all the options before the audio starts. Listen to the audio and write down the main points simultaneously. So now you're going to listen to the audio and you will write down the main points simultaneously, because on the basis of those main points, you are going to make a story, and that story will help you in identifying the correct summary. So preparing notes is very important here as well. Do not forget to do it simultaneously. Match the meaning and highlight the correct summary. Now, once everything is done, match the meaning of your story with one of the given options and see which one suits best and simply highlight. Now, proceeding on to the fifth question type, PTE listening multiple choice question, single answer. When it comes to multiple choice question, the method is totally the same. It's just that we have to simply select one option here instead of 4. So the same technique will be used. Read the question along with the options and circle the keywords. Listen for specific keywords. What is the main idea that the speaker is trying to convey in her comment? So main idea speaker convey in her comments. Okay. So we have simply gotten to know what are they asking. They are asking about the main idea. So we'll simply listen for the main idea. We'll go through the option as well. Okay. All the options will go through so that we get an idea what they're going to speak about. And if we find anything same, or if we find anything relevant, we'll simply select it. But the best approach here is to eliminate the odd ones out. So let's say while listening, you feel this is not relevant. This is also not relevant. I'm not sure about these two, so that only you'll have to decide which one suits best. Or maybe then you get to know that this is also not the answer. You'll finally come to the main answer. So eliminate the odd ones out in order to be sure of the correct answer. Recheck and simply proceed on to the next question. Here you will get either one or two questions. Coming to the sixth question type of PT listening module, that is select missing word. Now selecting missing word. Total of 1 to 2 questions only, and you do not get any word in between here. Here they are going to skip the word at the end of the audio. So they'll speak up something, okay, and in that audio the last word or the phrase will be missing. So on the basis of whatever you have heard, you need to decide which word suits best. So simply go through the question as well as the option before you understood after diagnosis from antioxidants in the first place. Go through all the options. Audio is going to start in 7 seconds, so you have 7 seconds to go through the options. Now there is a missing word or a group of words at the end of the audio. So at the end you get this, not in the beginning. There is a missing word or a group of words. So simply focus on the word or group of words at the end of the audio and then select it. Focus on the audio, especially the last word or words, rather than preparing notes. Here, this is one of the tasks in which I am suggesting you not to prepare notes. Rather, focus on listening to the audio carefully and especially the last part of the audio where you'll get to know which is going to be the correct answer. Select the correct option and proceed on to the next question. Now, we have the seventh part here, which is highlight incorrect words. Here also you are going to get 2 to 3 questions in total. You have 10 seconds before the audio starts. Read the transcript and try to guess the incorrect word. You are going to get the transcript and you simply need to guess which is the incorrect word. For example, so far in our discussion of chemical equations, we have assumed that these reactions only go in one direction. Instead of direction, they might say some other word. So we simply have to highlight the incorrect word. We are not going to write the correct version of it. We'll simply highlight the incorrect word. Okay. That's why our arrowhead points from left to right. Reactants react together to make products. However, this is not exactly how things occur in reality. In fact, practically every chemical reaction is. They might say some other word instead of practically. So you need to listen carefully again here. Do not prepare notes, simply listen carefully, okay? Listen to the audio carefully and highlight incorrect words. Now here the most important tip is to follow the words with the cursor on your screen. So whatever they are going to say, for example, they are saying so far in our discussion of chemical equations, we have assumed that these reactions only go in one direction. So our pointer should also move like this. Cursor should also move along with the audio. Take care of this. This will help you in highlighting the incorrect word accurately and you're going to get full scores in this particular task. Now, before we proceed on to the last one, if you're liking this course, kindly prepare notes simultaneously because if you do not prepare notes right now, you'll have to go through the whole chapter, the whole full course again in order to prepare notes. And if you still need any help, you can simply contact us below for our classes. Guys, those who have not followed us on Instagram, kindly follow us on Instagram as well. There I share tips related to every single question type through reels. So simply go through that. I also share some posts as well on Instagram. So kindly follow us there. Last question type of PTE listening. Last task of the whole PTE exam, but certainly the most important task of PTE listening exam, right from dictation. 3 to 4 questions in total, followed by writing down everything you hear on screen. Whatever you hear, simply write down on the screen. This is very important. You cannot skip writing down even a single word. So whatever you have or whatever you are going to hear, whatever you have heard, write down everything. Prepare notes by writing down everything you hear on screen, or you can write it down on the erasable booklet, whatever suits you. But you have to type quite fast. Check the grammar and spelling before clicking next. So what exactly I would suggest? I would suggest you to either write on the erasable booklet. If you write on the erasable booklet, that would help you. Later on, you can check the grammar and spelling and then write it on the screen. That's what I'm going to suggest you here. This is very important, but you get only 3 to 4 questions like such, and with these 3 to 4 questions only you can easily score quite well in your listening exam. So do not skip this one. This is very important. So until now, you have got to know everything related to the PTE academic exam. You understood every single task, and you have also understood the strategies required to attempt a particular task. But now we are going to focus on PTE core. As you all know that the PTE core part is the one in which only two tasks are different in PTE speaking and writing. And that is, instead of retell lecture, we have respond to a situation, and instead of essay writing, we have email writing. So now I am going to explain you email writing with 4 templates in detail. Afterwards, I'll explain you respond to a situation in detail along with a structure or a template. So this is going to help you a lot in understanding PTE core exam up to the full extent. So let's start. Now, what is email writing? Earlier we had essay writing, okay, and now we have email writing because it is PTE core. It is for work and permanent residency purposes. So the context of the exam should also be like such. So with the email writing part, what exactly will happen? You are going to write an email. So when we work in an office or when we are doing some job, what we have to do? We have to write emails on a frequent basis and on a regular basis. So that's what they want you to excel at. That's why they have added email writing. Now, first of all, you need to read the text and then write an email in response. So you get a question, you have to read that question properly, and on the basis of that, you have to write an email. Okay. Now, prompt length can be around 100 words. So basically, they are going to give you the questions. So the question is quite similar to that of letter writing in the IELTS GT exam. So basically, you get a situation and then you get the question. You have to answer the question, and the question can be of somewhere around 100 words. Now, here you are simply being assessed on the writing skills, simply on the writing skills, and you get 9 minutes to answer this question. Now, when we proceed further, here, if you look at this, how to answer this question. For this question type, you need to write an email of approximately 100 words in response to a prompt. So you have this prompt and you have to write an email in response to the same. You have 9 minutes to write your email. Make sure to write between 50 words but no more than 120. So I'll not recommend you 50. I'll neither recommend you 120. I'll simply say write somewhere in between 100 and 110 words. Okay. At times, if the prompt is like such, you are not getting so many ideas, you can write even 90 words as well. So in between 90 and 110 words. The word count at the bottom of the screen counts the number of words. So when you are writing it down, it will count the number of words. So you need not to do it again. There are also cut, copy, paste options. So you can use these while constructing your response, while writing the answer. For more details, basically there is a video on Pearson PT. Okay? So you can go and check out that, but you need not to actually, because I'm explaining you everything here. Okay. Now, email task. Before we look at this one, how's it scored, I'm going to explain you something. How is formal email structured? So when we are talking about formal email, so format is consistent structure. Okay, what exactly you need to take care of? You need to have a subject line. What is the subject of the email? Then salutation or greetings. then body, closing, and signature. It is quite similar to the letter writing part. What not to include in the formal email, it is also quite important. Do not include nicknames in the formal emails. Okay, do not include hey, what's up, because this is a formal email, okay, formal writing. Do not include any emoji. Usually what you guys do when we write an email or maybe some smiley, if it is an informal letter or an email, it's fine. But if it is formal, no emojis. Okay, no indirect phrasing. Okay, no uses of contractions. Do not contract a particular word. Okay, and do not use slangs. So this is what you should clearly avoid. Now, when we are talking about email, so here I'm going to give you some examples. So first one is email for a new job. Second one is email of complaint for a defective product. Third one is email on official intimation of your resignation. So you're resigning, that's what you are writing an email for. Fourth one is email informing your employees about the change in work timings. Okay, so that's what you are going to write. So here you have the subject resignation, here also you have the subject, and here email for a new job. So here also you simply add the subject. Application for a new job. Okay, or application for job. Simple. Or जो भी position at that you can write that as well. Now this part is done. You have understood that we are going to have 4 emails, and on the basis of these 4 I'm pretty sure you'll understand everything in detail. So please keep watching the video until the end. But if you still need any assistance related to PTE exam, PTE core exam, you can simply contact us, WhatsApp us at the number given below. You WhatsApp us there and we'll provide you the assistance related to PTE exam in detail, be it academic or core. Now, before we look into this, you have understood that email for a new job or email for dissatisfaction, okay? Try to understand the scoring part. Now, email task is first scored on content and then on form. So basically here they are going to focus on two things, content and form. If no response, as in if you have not even answered it, in that case the content is scored 0. Okay. So now another thing, responses that contain significant amounts of pre-prepared memorized material are not relevant responses. This is what clearly Pearson has mentioned. So those who look forward to memorized material or templates, please beware. Okay, now are not relevant responses and do not properly address the prompt. Obviously, when you are copying some template, when you're using the whole template, how will you be able to answer an email? Because every email is going to have a different situation, some different question. You have to answer is as per the demand of the question. And if you're using some memorized template, you will not be able to do so. But through this video, we are going to focus on 4 different emails. You'll get to know how exactly you can write, and the structure is very easy. So please do not copy paste anything. Okay. So do not properly address the prompt. That's what happens. If the response is of appropriate length. Now this was the content part. Coming to the form part. If the response is of appropriate length, a score will be given, and the response will then be rated on remaining takes. Okay, so first of all, appropriate length you need to take care of. Then email convention. So basically, have you answered every part of the question? Have you written as per the manner of an email or as per a particular email? The way email has to be written, okay? Organization of ideas. Are the ideas logically presented or not? Vocabulary, grammar and spelling. Please be careful when it comes to the spelling. Do not use the word if you're not sure of the spelling. Do not use the word if you're not sure of the meaning. Only use the words when you are 100% sure of the meaning as well as spellings. Okay. The score of these traits are used to calculate the final total score for the task. The total score for the task contributes to communicative skills, score for writing as well as to the overall score. Obviously, you are going to get the overall score as well as the score in the writing part 2. Okay, so please take care of this. So I believe I was able to explain you this part properly. So now you all have looked at the scoring, and I believe you have even understood what exactly it is being scored on. Okay, on the basis of content and form. And in the form part, you should focus on organization of ideas, vocabulary, grammar, and spelling. Now, proceeding further, let's look at the email for a new job. So, basically, you are applying for a new job, you are applying for a new position. So, it is subject application for job. और जो भी position है, you can even write the name of the position. So, dear Mr. Titler, you are going to write the name. ठीक है? So, you're going to address. So, what is this? First of all, the important thing is subject, then greetings. So, you are greeting the ठीक है receiver. Dear Mr. Titler, thank you very much for the interview. Okay, so you have already taken part in the interview. I appreciate you taking out time to meet me. So you are appreciating. I appreciate you taking out time to meet me and giving me a transparent look at the day-to-day operations at Zomato. So if you get any letter related to any email related to application for a new job, so you simply use everything like such and at the end change the name of the company. Instead of Zomato, you can write any other name. If the name is already given in the prompt, use that name. If it is not, you can use Zomato or any other name, whatever you wish to. Now, so you have already given the body. You have already introduced. Okay. Now, greetings is done. What is the purpose of the email? So you have written the purpose. Okay. Purpose comes in the body. Now you are explaining it further. So this is the body of an email. Further closing line. This is the closing line and ending. Okay. Wherein you are just giving the regards and you are writing your name. So that is also important. I have already told closing and signature. So this comes under signature part. Kind regards, Sonam Sandhu. So this is the signature. Here you can also write yours sincerely. Okay, as it is a formal email. Now proceeding further, since I have been working in food and beverage department for almost a decade, I'll prove to be an efficient employee. So now you want him to hire you. So what you are doing, you basically writing this letter and you are trying to persuade him to hire you. So since I have been working in food and beverage department for almost a decade, I'll prove to be an efficient employee. I hope I'll be considered now. Next line, I hope I'll be considered for this position owing to my background in food storage and preservation. Please feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. You can use this line in many emails. Almost in every you will get to know. Please feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. I'm looking forward to receiving a positive response at the earliest. Kind regards, Sonam Sandhu. Here instead of kind regards, you can also write yours sincerely, because what it is basically a formal letter and you are writing for the job. Okay, so yours sincere. Now this was the email for a new job. Now let's proceed on to the second one, and the second one is email of complaint for a defective product. For example, you are going to write an email to a company. You purchase something and you are writing an email of complaint for a defective product. You purchase something and you are not satisfied with the quality. So what is the subject? Dissatisfaction due to bad quality. So this is the subject. You are going to write it down. Dear sir or madam, you do not know whether you're writing it to sir or madam, so you can write it like this. Dear sir or madam, or you can also write it like this. Okay. I'm writing to express my discontentment regarding an article. You have already used the word dissatisfaction earlier. You can use discontentment here in order to get good scores in vocabulary part. So I'm writing to express my discontentment regarding an article purchased through your application. Okay, so this is what is this? Now understand. Same thing we are going to do here. Subject, greetings, purpose. Okay, this is purpose of the email. It is quite important. Then body, Well, I'm a recurring customer on your website. So you're writing it to some shopping website. I'm a recurring customer on your website. This time I purchased a pair of sweaters and the order ID is this. Okay, so you have mentioned the order ID as well. I purchased woolens earlier also and the quality was great. Now you are expressing the dissatisfaction that you purchased earlier and the quality was great, but this time it is not. Unfortunately, there is plenty of lint on one of the two sweatshirts and it looks like a used piece. Hence, I want you to replace the defective product with a new one within 2 working days. And please ensure that the product is brand new. I was not expecting this from your company. Hoping for a positive response at the earliest. Kind regards, Sonam Sandhu. Now, here you do not need yours sincerely because it is a letter to some shopping website. It is an email to a shopping website. So you can simply write kind regards. Now, if you look at the number of words we have used here, 122. Now here obviously some words can be reduced. I have written 122 and I'm pretty sure you will not be able to use every single word, but here we can clearly skip this one. So I want you to replace the defective product with a new one. Simple. Okay, now it is going to be 118 words, hoping for a positive response at the earliest and dissatisfaction. So we have mentioned everything. This is the basically the whole part of the email. In every email, if you are writing a proper email, you need subject line, you need greetings, you need body, you need closing, you need signature. And when it comes to the body, in the body, you need purpose, you need explanation. Okay, so 2 paragraphs are enough for this point. Now let us proceed further and let's look at the third email. And the third one is email on official intimation of your resignation. So you are basically working in an organization and now you are looking forward to resigning because you have to do something else or maybe you want to work in some other company, whatever it is. So whatever the prompt is, on the basis of that, develop your answer. Here, let's say the subjects, we are going to write subject as resignation. Resignation, okay? Only resignation is enough. One word subject is also there. Dear sir or ma'am, or या फिर dear sir slash me. I'm planning to pursue my higher studies. So clearly the reason is here. I'm planning to pursue my higher studies in the coming academic year. And therefore, I would like to inform you. Now, instead of writing like such, I would like to inform you of my intention to resign as I am planning to. You can either do this or you can write like this. I'm planning to pursue my higher studies in the coming academic year. And therefore, I would like to inform you of my intention to resign from the post of sales manager effective 3 months from now. So you're giving them the notice period of 3 months and you're going to serve the notice period for 3 months, but you are planning to pursue your higher studies. So purpose is already here. Greetings, subject. Okay, this is what. I appreciate the opportunities provided by you during my working tenure at Zomato. Okay, now you worked and you have written. I appreciate the opportunities provided by you during my working tenure at Zomato. It was indeed a privilege working here and it was a valuable work experience which has helped me not only to grow personally but also professionally to a great extent. Copy paste simply. These lines can be used as it is. Okay. Please accept this letter as the formal intimation of my resignation. Thank you for your guidance and support. Yours sincerely, Sonam Sandhu. Now, here you have clearly mentioned yours sincerely, Sonam Sandhu. So, you have written this mail of resignation. Now, here also, if you look at number of words, you will get to know that the number of words will not be more, 105. So, in between 90 and 110, more than enough. And you get 9 minutes for this. So it is possible to write it in 9. Now, the last one, email informing your employees about the change in work timings. Before we proceed on to this one, I'm pretty sure PTE Core is new and you're going to come up with so many doubts and queries in your mind. So you can simply contact us on the numbers given below. If you need any further assistance related to the PTE exam preparation, PTE academic or PTE core preparation, then also you can contact us. But as far as the PTE core exam is concerned, I'll just say simply keep watching the channel, keep sharing the videos with others. Now we have the fourth one, email informing your employees about the change in work timings. Okay, so change in work timings. Here subject is revised work timing. So basically the employer is writing, or maybe some senior authority, someone at the senior level is informing all the employees of the change in work timings. Why are the work timings changing? Everything is going to be explained in this. Subject is revised working hours. Dear team, our company is growing and there is a good inflow of projects every week. This has been possible with your dedicated and timely teamwork. So clearly when you are writing an email and if you want your team to participate, so you're going to appreciate the team first. So this is the purpose. Our company is growing and there is a good inflow of projects every week. This has been possible with your dedicated and timely teamwork. In order to keep up with this is a short one, so we have explained the purpose in the second para. In order to keep up with this, we have decided that the working hours would be advanced by 30 minutes. The revised time would be 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. So revised time क्या है? 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This will be effective from March 5, 2024, 5th March 2024. Tuesday. Your support will be highly appreciated. Please feel free to come up with suggestions if any. Warm regards, Aditya Kapoor, CEO Operations. So basically now obviously this will be written by some team head or someone at the senior level. So this is what has been written, 90 words. So here I have shared the structure of around 90 words, 95 words, 100 words, 120 words, 110 words. So you can make the best use of this particular session and keep preparing it. So try to understand this is everything related to PTE core email writing. And respond to a situation. This is a task which has been there instead of retell lecture. So what exactly do you need to do? You will get to know everything related to respond to a situation task. I'll explain you the question. I'll explain you the description. Then you'll have 20 seconds to think about your response and then 40 seconds to speak up. You'll also get to know the scoring criteria. So everything is here. Okay, so please keep watching the video until the end. And if you want any assistance related to the PTE exam preparation, be it academic or core, you can simply contact us on the numbers given below. And we are pretty sure we'll be able to help you out in that the way we have helped thousands of learners out there. So let's look at PTE respond to a situation. So first of all, you are going to listen to or read our description. It is not or, it is and. You will also listen to an audio and you will get to read a description. So an audio of somewhere around 50 to 70 seconds, okay, and then you have this description as well. The description will be of somewhere around 60 words, and with the help of the description you will get to understand the situation, as the question clearly says respond to a situation. So you are in your office on Monday morning and your manager asks you whether you can send her the sales report she asked for by Wednesday. So basically your manager asked you to prepare a sales report and she earlier asked you to submit it by Wednesday. Okay. But now, because of some circumstances, you are not able to finish it by Wednesday. You will not be able to finish it by Wednesday. Okay. So it is Monday morning. You will not be able to finish it by Wednesday because the sales team can't send you the figures. On the basis of the figures only you can create the file. But that that has not yet been received. So that you will be getting by tomorrow, Tuesday. And or a day later than you expected. Okay. What would you say to your colleague? So now what are you going to say to your manager? So he asked you for the sales report. What will you say now? That's what you have to respond. Now here you have to speak up. The whole task is about listening and speaking skills. So you're going to listen to the audio carefully. You'll read the description and then you have to speak up. Okay. Text up to 60 words, it's already here, which I have explained you. After the audio finishes, you have 20 seconds to prepare. So let's say the audio has finished, you have 20 seconds to prepare, but please do not forget to prepare notes during the time you're listening to the audio. So please listen to the audio carefully and prepare notes. So that's what you have to do. You listen to the audio carefully and simultaneously prepare notes. Okay, simultaneously prepare notes. You get 40 seconds to answer, and those who do not know, if you do not speak for 3 seconds after the beep starts, the recording automatically stops. So please take care of this. So I don't want this particular thing to happen to any one of you. So please take care of this. Just start speaking as soon as the beep starts. Okay. Now, how is the task code? On the basis of appropriacy. So whether you have answered the task appropriately as per the demand of the question, so that is appropriacy. Then fluency, whether you are able to speak it up fluently or not, and the pronunciation of the words you are going to use. So you need to take care of these three things when it comes to the scoring of this task. Now, coming to the sample answer, how will I answer this question? It is like this. So I'm writing to the colleague. So I'll just write, "Hi Mike, I'm afraid it would not be possible to finish it by Wednesday evening as the final report sheet by sales team has not yet been received by me and they need one more day for submission." So clearly explained everything, appropriacy. Kindly allow some time, kindly allow some extra time to me. I'll certainly submit it by Thursday noon. I hope you understand. Thank you for the cooperation. So you're going to speak it up like this. Okay, simply speak it up like this. You can use the following template as well or the structure when you get any other situation. You can start it like this. "Hi Mike, I'm afraid it would not be possible to finish it by Wednesday evening as the final report sheet by sales team has not yet been received by me and they need one more day for submission. Kindly allow some extra time to me. I will certainly submit it by Thursday noon. I hope you understand. Thanks for the cooperation." Okay. So you are going to speak it up like this. And it is very easy. It is actually very easy. It is much easier than Retell lecture. Here you have the script also, you have the prompt as well, and on the basis of that you have to speak it up and you can do it. You get 20 seconds to prepare, and during the time audio is getting played, that time also you're going to prepare, and you can simply use the same thing. You're going to greet the person you are responding to. "Hi Mike, hi Cherry, hi Lakshmi," whatever it is. "I'm afraid it would not be possible. I'm sure I'll be able to submit." That depends from situation to situation. "I'm afraid it would not be possible to finish it by Wednesday evening. I'm sure I'll be able to submit it by Wednesday evening as the final report sheet is already at my table right now and I have started preparing the same. So please give me some time and I'm going to share it with you very soon. Today evening, we are going to discuss the same once before the final submission of the file." So you just need to speak fluently, you just need to be confident, you just need to pronounce every word properly and focus on appropriacy. That's what this task is demanding, nothing else. And I always say, whenever you are speaking in English, so please focus only on confidence. Speak confidently, speak comfortably, and last but not least, speak naturally. That's what the PT exam demands, nothing else. So please prepare this particular task like this only.